Hello, are we live? Sorry, I'm just trying to get set up. As you know, this is my first live stream. Just try and find just a place to leave the camera. Here seems grand. Sorry about this. Right. So, get our first comment from TL Agri Models, TI Agri Models. Yo, how are you? Right. I'm sorry, this is a pain to put up. Here, that should be good. So, just wait for a few more people to ask some questions. As you know, this is the Q&A live stream. So you can ask. What's the crack? Not much really. Just finished. Well, no, didn't finish school for hours. So just finished studying and stuff for exams. I'm looking good, lad. Thanks very much. New episode's coming out probably tomorrow, maybe, or Sunday. Some point. What age am I? I am 13. And I'm turning 14 in September. Just wait for a few more questions, as usual. I have a really deep voice. A lot of people say that. A lot of actually, my friend has an even more deeper voice than me. So, if you could hear him, you'd be shocked. I don't think I've ever actually heard you speaking properly in your videos. So, I have to clue in again and just take a listen. Okay. So let's hope that there actually are more people watching now. No, currently it's just me and TI Agri Models. It's the two of us chatting now. So but there could be just a person watching this in 10 years time. Who knows? So also, if you are watching from 10 years time or however long away, hello to the future. Doesn't seem to be much going on now. Thank you, TI Agri. He's shared the video, so now hopefully more people will be watching. Yeah. Sorry if I sound a bit depressed. I'm just very tired today. Yeah. So I was going to say I'll give plans, but I'll just wait until we actually get questions, you know. If I don't get questions in the next maybe 20 minutes or so, I'll probably just stop this because I'm not going to just sit down here talking for an hour doing nothing. Fair yolks, aren't they? They sure are. The JCB is about 2 years old at this point. You probably remember that one from that one I got literally at the beginning of the channel, and the Manitou I kind of got Easter last year. And if you can see in the little scrap pile, I got my motorbike, which I actually just got at a card shop. It was one of those small little sickle yokes that you can get, and same with the lawnmower. The log splitter I got recently, I got that on my Mayo trip. There was a great model shop actually. If you're ever in Westport, check out I think it's called McGreevy's or something. It was a model and toy shop, and it sells everything. It sells like Legos, and it does apparently the best 99 in Ireland. Okay. Thanks for the tip, Ti. This is my first live stream, so obviously this one's not going to be the greatest. Hopefully, I'm going to try and do more live streams, because I know, like, my friend LR Agri, he does loads of live streams. I nearly see one every day. Yeah, I was at his as well. I asked him a question about how to tell if you're being scammed or not, because I told him about my story, and I can tell that in full if you guys want to hear it. So pretty much around 2 years ago or so, this sheep, this pig, and this other pig, I bought them for about €30. You see, I was I read the thing wrong, but what I thought I was getting was, I thought I was getting 8 of each. So I thought I was getting 8 pigs, 8 other pigs, and 8 sheep. In the end, because I was thinking €30 is a fair deal for like 24 pigs and sheep. So that was grand. Then it actually came, and it came in a tiny package. I was like, why is it so small? And then I realised, oh shit, there's only 3 pigs, or 2 pigs and a sheep. First live stream was horrible, no one joined. That could possibly happen here today. This might be a failure, who knows. But we'll just give it a shot anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so that was the pigs and the sheep. Stupid story. Well, not stupid. I was very disappointed that day, and I was very upset. It was my fault. I didn't read the thing right, but at the same time, I'd be paying like a couple of €100 for like 8 pigs, like 16 pigs and 8 sheep. So it'd be a waste of money pretty much. When you can get like sets of these for only like €10, you can get like I don't know how much. Sorry, these stupid stones. I don't know how much the Britain's sheep packs cost, but they're cheap enough. I've gotten about 3 or 4 of them, so that's why my little, I kind of call it like a little valley, is so full of them. I suppose I'll talk about the upload schedule as well. I know this is a bit easier because it's I'm just talking to everybody now. Well, one person at least. The Mayo road trip second episode came out yesterday. If any of you saw that, and as you can see, there was a bit of a face reveal in that. That's just because I wanted to show my face about how wet it was, and just what you're expecting what your face is going to be like after climbing it. But I won't show my face that often in videos because there's really no point for it. Here and there maybe in intros and outros, but that's about it. And if you want to see it without it being wet, here I am, very tired. Sorry, it's locked. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. Oh, we got another person, Alexandro Ciubatari. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. I can't tell what language that is. I don't know, is it Italian, or sounds Italian enough. You're too scared to show your face, and you'll have to look at the video. Go ahead, look at the video. I'm quite proud of it, and to be honest, I'm kind of proud of my climb, because it's like, I think it's like 4th highest mountain in Ireland. What you call it, it's Ireland's holy mountain. Ti thinks it's a Romanian name. Actually, it might be Romanian. I don't want to come out. Sorry if that sounds a bit racist. Sorry, this is just my assumption. But anyway, we won't have racism in this live stream. So now we've got 2 people watching. But anyway, continuing with the uploads and stuff. Oh, sorry. It's TL Agri. Sorry, I always thought I thought it was a TI. TL. Sorry about that. Didn't mean that. Indeed. Alexandru said hi. Somebody's popping a load of emojis in the thing. There's like party emojis or something. I don't know, are they sharing it or something? I have no clue. As you know, I barely know how to work this thing. So we've been out for about 10 minutes now. We've got, apparently Alexandru has left, sadly. So we've only got 1 person here. Can you guys tell me, oh, Alexandru's back, or still here. Can you guys tell me, with the camera, do you guys see anything at all, or is it just, or like, is there anything that's, is there any writing on your screen, or is it just, like, is it just, what you call it? Is it just, like, normal? Is it just a normal photo? Because if that's the case, then I'll keep it like that. I'll actually just, so I can see the writing better, I'll do it like this. I know, is that a better, does that look better? Okay, we seem to be swapping between having 1 and no people watching. I don't know what's going on there, and nobody has said anything for ages, so please do get saying stuff. I need the views and stuff. Well, not the views, just I want this to become successful, and I want to do more live streams in the future. Well, hello, class model man 970. Welcome. This has not been going very successfully. Sorry, this just isn't working out at all, as well as I hoped it would. Look, I'll give it another 5 minutes. I'll give it until we get to 20, and if nothing happens, then I'm just gonna end this. What models are you planning to get in the future? Well, now this kind of links into my whole idea of making more displays for like shows and stuff. Oh, excuse me. Making more display shows. Farger, Myra. I'd love to go to Myra, as you guys probably know by now. I'd love to go, but it's just so long for me. it's such a long journey. No, I'd know class model man. I'd know what county you're in, or even if you're in Ireland in the first place. If you do whatever county you're in or whatever country you're in, could you tell me just see how long the car journey is for you? Because for me, since Cork is the southernmost county, and I think Moira is in Antrim, it's somewhere in like Belfast, I think, and that's in like the far north of. No, it's not the northernmost county. That's Donegal, but it's like it's still really up north, in the north, so it's just too long for me, by car. We'd have to stay the night and stuff, and well, hopefully in the future we will, because I would love to go to it, but it's just I just have to be kind of like, I don't know. I've got spare time in school and stuff like from school and things like that, and what do you call it, things like that. Same with the ploughing championships. No, I think that we will have the ploughing championships this year. I might be going to it this year because last year I was going to go, but I was getting settled into first year and just into secondary school in general, so I couldn't. Jim Baker Stadium, Parkgate. I think that's in Antrim is where it is. Thanks for letting me know, class man. And but anyway, as I was saying, I was just getting settled into secondary school, so I didn't have enough time to, and it was just too much hassle. Hopefully this year, I will be able to do it, because it's only like missing 2 days at school anyway. It's just going up. It's always somewhere in the Midlands, Leash or Offaly or something. So I'm in second year. No, I'm in first year currently, but literally, I only have tomorrow, Wednesday, so just all the rest of this week and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and then I'm free as a bird, and there'll be far more uploads. We'll be back in summer again, back in summer style. But anyway, so yeah, there could possibly be a video of the ploughing championships. I would love that. That'd be a great one, and there's a good few models for sale there as well. But anyway, back to the topic of the model and the model shows. I would like to buy more kind of models that are just generally Irish or UK style things. So like, what I would classify as them, it would be like I for Williams cattle trailers and Kane, I for Williams, and like NC and high spec and things like that. That's what I would classify as just specifically Irish and UK. Maybe it might also, they're also, and like Keenan and stuff like that, they just generally be only in those couple of countries, and a bit of France as well. I've actually seen if you go to the Keenan channel on YouTube, you'll find they have a few videos, where they're in France, usually in the north of France. But then there was this one video. It was in I think it was in the Basque country, which is between France and Spain, and they're nearly like an entire country there. Like they have their own language, Basque or Euskara, and I can't speak it. And they have their own culture. They even wanted to become their own country at some point, and they still do. He got a dribble bar, shovel, and a fertilizer spreader at Newry. Newry is down, I think, if I'm correct. And class man, you still haven't answered. Or, sorry, no, that sounds rude. But what county are you actually from yourself, class man? But anyway, I saw videos of the Keenans in the Basque country between France and Spain. I think it was on the France side. But yeah, speaking of that, when making displays for shows, I'm gonna try and make nearly like one in a different country every single year at a show, because you see, what help? Oh, you're from Down, right? Nice to know. Just curious about that, class man. So, Down, mountainous county. One of my favourites actually. I've seen videos of silage there and things like that. I think it's kind of like the Kerry but in the north, with all the mountains. But anyway, what I like to do with the displays from like different countries is it pairs in my other big interests, which would be geography. I have like 4 big interests, or about 4. Farming is my main one, and then after that would probably be geography, and then languages and history. So, in a way, I can pair, or I can put all of those 4 into one big thing, making these displays, because you can have you can do your agriculture in that country in a certain period with like a different language and the signs and stuff and the license plates. If you haven't seen before, I have made license plates from other countries. For example, this one I made a while back. This one's from Portugal. I've done other ones. I've done kind of like the Marge model ones. I've done Dutch ones, UK ones, a lot of Irish ones, obviously. But I've also done like French, German, Austrian, Slovenian, Swiss, Belgian. The John Deere A370R has a Belgian license plate, if you've ever noticed that. And the Scania has a switch between an Italian, a German, and a Danish license plate. So the Wallace contracts on your channel, Classman, 2 Big M's. Sounds brilliant. I actually saw a Big M the other day. We were driving down the road, and it was at my local petrol station. If you're curious, it was Spillan's garage, Maxall on the, I think it was the Cork Road or the Valley Road. It's the first petrol station over the Carrigaline, and it's on the way to the city in Douglas, and then on further to Limerick and Douglas, or Limerick and Dublin. Davin said hi. Nice to meet you, Davin. But anyway, with the shows, I would like to make more like show displays around the world. I have a few ideas. I think I've mentioned this before in the Christmas special and the New Year special, but there's a few places around the world I would love to do displays in. So different states in America would probably be a big one. So like there's a few states that have taken my liking: Texas, Oklahoma, Wyoming, South Carolina, Iowa, California, New York. Places like them. If you ever watch my favorite farming videos from different countries and from America and from England and from Ireland and from all around the world, you can already tell by the videos. And what I think one of my big interests would be making displays in places that are generally known for being urban, but still does have a great farming and country element to it. For example, like where I live in Cork, when everyone thinks of Cork, they think of Cork City, and then even further on from that, people think of West Cork, which is obviously not where I live. I don't live in either of those places. Now, West Cork is beautiful, but people often forget North Cork, South Cork, and East Cork. I live in South Cork. So we're probably the flattest part of South and East Cork are the flattest part of the county. West Cork is more rugged and mountainous, so more like Kerry, and then North Cork is more like Tipperary and Limerick and the Galties, and that's where all the milk comes from, the Golden Vale, I think it's called. And they've all the creameries, Dairy Gold, and places like that. Generally down south in here, kind of. The farming goes between a few towns, so like Carrigaline, Kinsale, Crosshaven, places like that. That's where most of the produce would go to. Middleton, Bishopstown, places like them as well, and Rochestown, and then further on into the city, Douglas, and just suburbs as well. But but most of since we're a flat area, we have the ability to both farm animals and crops. We have sugar beets and potatoes, which is more a thing kind of in Wexford and Carlow and Meath and North Dublin. But we do have some here. There used to be a big sugar beet farm nearby where I lived, but now it's been taken over by new owners and turned into a potato farm. That actually is where that's actually where I filmed my potato harvesting video October last year, if you remember that. That got very popular, and I did a short there as well. But that used to be a sugar beet field, actually. Class Model Man is converting Britain's TW20 into a A210 Gen 2. Good luck with that. I haven't done a conversion in ages, actually. I've only done the high spec tanker. That was about it. And if you could call the Angus cattle and the Galloway cattle and the limousine cattle conversions, if you want to. And also another one is, this is still in the middle of it. I started this in like February. De-weathering the the JCB. As you can see, I started it but never finished it. If you want to know how to do it, you just literally, all you need is nail varnish remover and cotton buds. The only thing that I did make a mistake with is I started on the roof, but I didn't realise that the roof also has white paint, and when I, as you can see, I tried to get white paint, and I had to paint it back on, because I didn't realise that when I removed the brown paint, I also removed the white paint, and that just left a big yellow roof, and that didn't look good. So I had to get paint, and now it's slightly destroyed, but I'll have to look up how to do it properly. But anyway, with the video, with the things, with the shows, as I said, I generally like doing farm displays in generally what are known as urban areas, or just urban subdivisions, because people tend to forget that a lot with a lot of places, and it's not just in Ireland, it's all around the world. In Ireland, it's really just Cork, Limerick and Dublin, and Antrim as well, if you want to include the north, and Derry as well. Antrim and Derry. Yeah, Model Farm 6710 has a tutorial on that. I don't want to sound like a bit of a copycat, but that's actually how I was learning how to make it. I just don't want to sound like a copycat, and I'm not going to do a tutorial on it, because that's obviously that was his original video to do. He actually he's really revealed his new farm, which I checked in on this morning. I only got about halfway there. It looks brilliant. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's amazing. Well done to him if he's watching. I left a comment on there. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, that's the story in Ireland. And then if you go to maybe the UK, you have places like I was going to say, well, you could say London and Manchester in England, but that's a very small area, so I wouldn't really count that, because there is a teeny tiny bit of agricultural land in London. It's called the Green Belt, but it's really small. It's only like 1% of London's land is used for agriculture, because the rest of the counties around London do that. And then with Manchester, Greater Manchester, the county, a good bit in the north, because that's in the Pennines, so in the north is just agricultural land and mountaineering spots, because it's in the Pennines on the border with Yorkshire. And then same thing in Scotland with from what I learned, you have places like, so with Glasgow, you have obviously Glasgow, but then you also have the county of Greater Glasgow outside it, which is just like the suburbs and then farmland. So that's like, I think it's Renfrewshire and places like that, and Paisley. But yeah, that is, I think it's, and then the other one is Tayside, which is where Dundee is, and Grampian, which is where Aberdeen is. But that's, I think Grampian also is like the Balmoral estate, which is obviously where the King and Queen of England go if they want to go to Scotland. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. So yeah, that's the story there. And then a few other spots around Europe, now there are obviously, and then more with mainland Europe, I'd like to do more just like the agricultural region in every country there. Like, I've kind of learnt what each one is. Like in France, it's a place called Centre Val de Loire, which is a big region in the centre. I think it's where Orleans is, which is obviously where New Orleans in Louisiana got the name. And then in Spain, there's places like Castilla-La Mancha and Castile and Leon, and Extremadura, Galicia, places like that. Big silage areas. and fruit growing areas, all the olives and grapes and things like that. And I'm going to announce this now because I was going to announce this months ago, or months later, or like a month later, around June. But in about 4 weeks from now, I am going to be doing a hopefully a very exciting video where I will be, or I will start a great series. Well, hopefully a good series that'll be very exciting. Similar enough to my Mayo road trip. As you know, my travel is another thing that I've started uploading on my channel a bit more. This is going to be a big Iberia road trip. So Portugal and Spain. Mainly Portugal. Small bit of Spain though. Because I'll be heading on holidays there and we'll be driving around a lot. So you'll get to see agricultural land. We went there last year, but I forgot to get videos. My phone died and things like that, and I was too tired, and I was just having a great time. But from what I remember, there were vineyards galore and fruits and just everything you could eat, and it was just a really nice place. It was around Albufeira, so the Faro district. So Albufeira and Faro, it's in the far south, nearly in Africa, pretty much. Classman is going to animate for his friend's channel, and he watched the whole of Model Farmer 6710's thing. Well done for that. But anyway, the thing with the Iberia road trip, so obviously Portugal is where we're going to stay most of the time, but well, like for pretty much the entire trip. But there's going to be one day where we're actually going to step across the border into Spain, Andalusia in the south, because there's a few things I want to do there. Is one thing that I've noticed is my border crossing videos have gotten very popular, especially they've seemed to be very popular with counties, but with foreign countries, I'd say it would be a bit more exciting. And also, this is a place where you could step outside and put your feet in two countries at the same time. But anyway, you cross over into Spain on a bridge, I think, and then when you arrive, you have to drive a little further north, and this is the thing I'm excited for, is that there is this thing in Spain. I think it's on the Spanish side, but it's a zip wire from Spain to Portugal, and it's the only cross-border zip wire in the world. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do that. I think it's called like Zero Zip or something. So hopefully I can get a video of that, and also just a bit of the agricultural land there. That's the main thing, and mainly vineyards. And I never saw any silage out there because it's too hot for them. Really, they don't really do silage in Portugal and Spain. Well, maybe it's just the south. I'd say in the north it seems to be a bit more kind of cooler and a bit more like Ireland. And it even snows in some parts of Portugal, from what I've seen, in like places like Garda and Castelo Branco, I think it's called, where the highest mountain in Portugal is. That's one of the only two places in Portugal where it actually snows, and quite heavily too. But anyway, so I think they do more silage there because it's like the Wild West in the south. It's just all the grass is brown. So I'd say it would be more. I won't see much. I won't see much of the grass, but maybe some videos if we can capture of like grape harvest. Well, actually, no, I was going to say grape harvesting, but by the time we're there around June, it's kind of late June, early July for 2 weeks. I was going to say we could get videos then, but the grape harvest isn't until I think it's like autumn, so like September, October, so we'll be missing that as well. That's about it for that. So looking forward to that, and hopefully you'll all enjoy. Anyway, back to the topic with the things, with the displays. Speaking of the borders, another thing that I would like to do is actually a border display with a farm, split between two countries or two counties or two whatever. There was one that I was looking at today. Was the Anglo-Welsh border. So obviously half the farm is in England, half the farm is in Wales. But I've seen videos of places there like divided villages and places like that, or the Anglo-Scottish border, or just areas, or like just the thing I'd pick the UK for is that they're like I wouldn't have to buy new sheds or new machinery or anything for that, so that's why it would be easy for me, because the machinery there is pretty much the same as the machinery here, and since we don't really have any borders, I might offend people here by saying that I wouldn't really consider crossing into Northern Ireland as that much of a foreign country, because the culture pretty much feels the same. Because in like England and Scotland it feels a bit different, but in Northern Ireland it feels pretty much the same. I know you're technically crossing into a separate country, but still. Anyway, so that would be a cool one, border farms, because there's a lot of sheep farms around there. But anyway, I'll finally answer the question the poor old class model man asked nearly 10 minutes ago. What models would I like to buy? A few dreams would be a new forage harvester. That's definitely on my agenda, because the one that I have is broken. In two ways. Number one, this header, the pickup that I got last year or so, the wheel has fallen off and this bit is broken down slightly, because it accidentally fell one evening. I broke it, and I tried gluing it back on, but I realised that wouldn't work, so I just have blue tack on it, if you've ever seen that. And then with the actual harvester itself, the pipe is broken off, if you've ever noticed that. There you go. Class model man's gonna get a class 900. Sounds absolutely gorgeous. I would like to get another class Jaguar, hopefully from like Wicking or Marge Models, so a slightly better brand than Siku. If not, some sort of a John Deere Forager, or maybe a Felt Katana or Krone Big M, or Krone Big X, sorry, would be nice as well. Then otherwise, maybe like with improving the display, that's another thing that I'd like to talk about, is I'm considering maybe just making my own sheds. Hopefully I'm going to give this display maybe like 2 more years, and then after 2 more years I think I'll replace it and change it into a different display, just to swap things up a bit. Because it's just I just think that we could even go even better, because I don't know really what to do with the sheds especially. Class Model Man selling a Krone Big X. What brand? Is it Siku or is it Wicking or whatever? Just tell me there. Siku made one, I think, but the thing is I can't find any like Krone Big X headers, like silage headers, because the same as the forage harvester, like the class one, it only comes with the maize header, it doesn't come with any Siku grand. It doesn't come with any silage header, so that's a bit of a pain. Yeah, that's why it took me a while to get one. So that's why there was no silage for the first year of the channel. I managed to get one kind of last year. It was from some Dutch company called Westerhof Miniaturen. Great company, I'd buy off them again. They shipped in like a week or so. It's very quick. But anyway, that would be a dream model. To be honest, a lot of machines I would love to get, but I just simply don't have the space on this display. It's a bit too small and not crowded, but just don't have enough space. Ross made a Big X with a grass header. I'll take a look at that after the display, or after the live stream. That sounds interesting. But anyway, I would like to get more models. It's just that I don't have the space on this display. Hopefully in the future, like I might move out to another spot, because this is in a former office, or kind of conservatory, not conservatory, the kind of an office area, or just like it was an old unused room. So I got this for the model room, because in the original videos of my old house, that was in a spare bedroom. But a dream place to have it would be some sort of a shed, maybe a big shed, so I could have more space. But this display is still amazing, and I still love it. But that's the only thing, is just the what you call it, the small. You have to get the smaller models for it. But more dream models would be, maybe I would love more RC things. More RC things will be great, because I would love to get back into the RC a bit more, because if you've ever seen my some of my subscriptions are RC crowds, like the what you call it, the David Hutchinson, great channel. Got talking to him actually, I think about a year ago now. I was asking him, will he ever make new videos, because he hasn't uploaded in like, I think it's nearly 2 years, or about 3 or 4 years ago now. And before that he hadn't uploaded for like, I can't even remember how long, but it was like years ago. But his videos are amazing. Go check them out. They're just unreal. He's Donegal, I think. But he just does these. He does videos of. They're called the Money Dara, farming contractors, but they're brilliant videos. I used to watch them actually when I was a toddler, and then I just found them again and started watching them again. So that's how it happened. But then, so that's the story with that. But other channels I'm subscribed to is like I think it's like that RC tractor guy. He's a great channel. He hasn't uploaded in ages either. RC channels seem to be abandoned with a lot of them. And then there's another channel called, I think it's called Siku RC, controlled by Nordwest Deutschland. So it's a German channel in obviously northwest Germany. I think it's Schleswig-Holstein is the state it's in. That's where they do their displays. But they're a great channel, check them out. And then there's also the Tractor Kernel, I think it's called. It's another great channel. I thought they were German, to be honest, because the display looks very German, but when I look in their country of origin, it says Thailand. But it's just a bit of a shocker for just by the look of the display. So yeah, go check them out. Also, another hint that I would give, if you're looking for not just model farming, but just general farming videos of like certain things in other countries, put them in their native language. It makes it just like, you can find far more videos of things in that place. Like, for example, I learned how to say silage in about 5 or 6 different languages. I learned how to say in French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, German, and Polish. So, like, I just look up, just like, for example, in Dutch, I look up Kuilvoer, Kuilvoer, and then enter the name of your place, put it in Dutch to get more results. So like, for example, North Holland, put in Noord-Holland, or Zuid-Holland for South Holland, or can't think of any other places really off the top of my head. But if you've seen that, you've probably seen that in my my favourite farming videos from around the world collection. There's a good few of them are in a different language, and good few in like Germany as well. Managed to find one nearly in every single state. I remember the German is probably the easiest for me, because obviously I do German at school. I can speak pretty good conversation in it, so yeah, ich spreche Deutsch. I won't do any more than that. So yeah, that's an easy one for me, and the other ones are easy enough as well, because you kind of just remember them. Like French is essilange, Italian is insilato, Spanish is ensilage, Portuguese is silagem, and Dutch is Kuilvoer. German is just silage, but I think it's pronounced silage. And then I think in Polish it's like silomazi or something. But yeah, that's the story with that. Anyway, we're getting up to about 40 minutes, and I'm really just waffling, so I think I'll let it go there. Pretty successful actually for a first live stream. I thought it was going to be far worse, to be honest. But thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll see you again, hopefully, at some other point. Bye. Yeah. I actually, sorry, I don't know how to turn this off. How do I? Yeah, we'll end now.